All right. Get this started. Pause my video thingies. Video previews. And I'm starting about 30 minutes sooner than I thought I was going to, which is nice. It's nice. Didn't they say you're gonna be able to pick which title you see? Whatever. Don't matter that much to me. 26. I don't think I heard that the first time I was playing. Well, "19 minutes." Okay, 5 minutes. I was like, what? Okay. This boss very much he's not like a huge boss, so he very much feels like he's going to be kind of hard to hit. Well, I mean, like he's gonna move around the arena a bit. I think you have to be 755. Yeah, so once I finish MSQ, I'll probably run the latest dungeon a bunch. And it's basically any. I can basically use any dexterity-based DPS job. So. Ninja Viper. Oh, Beastmaster? Ninja Viper. And then the 3 physical ranged. I don't know Beastmaster. Beastmaster's a thing right now? Oh. So it says Beastmaster is going to be scheduled to release in patch 5.6. So not just yet. I really don't like that they do this. We're gonna keep these paused just because that seemed to work really well last time. Why is this taking so long? This is a new thing. Let's just do this. I'm just gonna do this until Q pops. There we go. Oh, that looks so cool. What am I playing? Viper, right?
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
What was that?
to wield. Perish. Be still.
I got some people.
Accept your downfall.
There's too much happening. You know what though? I'm kind of glad that trials, like, you don't get any rewards from trials.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
The reason I like that is because then trials are kind of only really used for roulettes, basically.
The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future.
Somebody has played this already.
I've breached the darkness. Let the light guide me.
You must break free.
That is a really cool effect. I like it. A lot of times I don't like trials, but so far this one's actually okay.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death
I do like
rendered
the voice.
meaningless.
This dude looks so cool. Did he have a thing covering his chest earlier? Oh, she's a paladin.
Light protect us.
I will not yield my domain. Such is the power of the void.
I gotta get all my buffs back. Thank you.
The void shall never cease to be. My power absolute. The void's power is mine to wield.
Oh no.
Thus did all boundaries cease to be. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall.
Oh well. Whatever. It's fine. I understood what I was supposed to do, but I kind of stopped running for whatever reason.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Perish.
God, I gotta sneeze again.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
I think I'm dying more than everybody else now.
Thus did all boundaries cease to
I
be.
feel like a lot of them could have been avoided.
The void's power is mine to wield.
GG's.
They must be sealed away.
You know, Square Enix should really make a candy based on that. All right. Although I guess that would be a huge candy, but still.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated,
He
there
still
are
sounds
none
so
left
dramatic.
in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Interesting. I like that answer, or that option.
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask? So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Just you.
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened.
Opened. The way he talked.
Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Radzat-Han and Garlemald?
Well, we didn't go to Radzat-Han.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Actually, I don't know how we got there. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I literally watched that.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Interesting. So I did ask that earlier today. If anybody else could see it.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
So, so, because we can travel to the first. Why are we able to travel to the first? Oh. Food, is it? Interesting. What kinds of plants do they even have there? Here. Living way. I forget how to access the unending codex. My nose feels like it's leaking. For since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after sensing Enuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. There's a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. Guillaume herself? Very ironic, actually. Forgive my auto reminiscences. It is time we made our descent. It has been a long time since I've been here. I can mount stuff here. Zero's hideout. What is that? What are those? Even though I want to finish the MSQ, I still want to explore a little bit if I can. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't see stairs anymore, so anywhere either, so okay, I didn't even see the big old blob here. Oh, there are stairs. Okay, now I think that's it. That acid? Bubbling acid? Using the tower's cross-rift travel. Wait, what are we doing? what are we using this for? Oh, to guide that other void scent here.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends.
What ever watchful friends? I actually don't know who she's meaning.
They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Oh, there he is.
Immortal no less. I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Not just yet. I want to go see if that dude is someplace to talk to. If he says anything. Oh, he is over here. The furthest spot away as you could possibly get, but okay. Interesting. Because not all of them seem to necessarily want like a structure to call a house. You know what I mean? No proper farewell for you, Zero. No, I'm just kidding.
Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First.
Wait, what, really?
If Enuo's Memoria might
was I present
serve
for that?
them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I want to see it from their perspective. I want to see you just walk and like just disappear. Oh, they're looking for you.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Okay, that's funny. So you did literally just disappear. Of course, Graha is super worried. He's such a worrywart. Oh, there you are.
Wait. Is that?
Do you think they would be used to you just like disappearing out of nowhere like that?
Gods, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
Wait, but didn't Julius know that you were going to see Zero?
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Uh-oh, here she is. I do like that Thancred is always ready for... Like, he's always ready.
Who might you be? Not her Void-sent, I'd wager.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to hit on her at some point.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I am Helmarut of the Asians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms? I wish only to talk.
Thank you for affording me a chance. Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Probably not.
So he succeeded in transferring
But it's funny,
his
so
memories
I appreciate it.
after all. Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Why did she say 4 and 10?
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth.
Okay.
Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, It is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning.
I mean, she's not wrong.
The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come.
Calyx,
But it will not.
barely taller than the grass.
For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased.
She's definitely making a show out of it. Like, I like her because she's an
I
Aura,
cherish
but
man's journey.
I don't trust her
Despite
just yet.
losing his innocence
But it'd
and
be
being
interesting
made
to have an
live with
Ascian as an ally.
suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong,
Especially since
even
I
as
don't
he
like
is
the
weak.
Ascians.
His is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
What is it, Ranger?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Okay.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections.
Who else?
Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
I'm gonna go pee real quick. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Forgot about my laundry. 1 extra minute. All right, laundry taken care of for the next hour and a half or so. Okay. trust the Asians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. The Asians once labored to resurrect Zodiark and bring back those who rendered up their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who now live, we fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Halmarut doth truly seek a rejoining to avert the solstice, to ensure some survive when otherwise all would perish, then our interests are so disparate, are not so disparate. It's definitely interesting that they're now kind of seeking the same, or at least similar things. You Spanish and just in there, that's funny. Because like I'm very much like, how do I say it? I never cared for the Asians. You know, like sometimes there's like villains where you're like, you know, I don't like the, like, you don't like what they're doing maybe, but you're like, I like this villain, right? But the Asians, I never felt like that way about them. Like none of them. I know a lot of people are fans of Emmett Sulk. I did not like Emmett Sulk. I liked Hythlodaeus. I liked Emmett Sulk when Hythlodaeus was around, but it was because of Hythlodaeus, not because of Emmett Sulk. Anyways, let's continue this. Thanks to you all, the Void Scent have been eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. Okay, I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Something wrong. And was she implying that Xenos is still alive? Please tell me no. The star seeks to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. Interesting. What do we got here? Lobster biscuit? That. I'm currently trying to eat all these foods. But yeah, because like she's been, because I don't know how much time has passed between like from a realm reborn until, especially the Shadowbringers. That's the last time you really deal with any sort of Asians, isn't it? To grapple with Helmarut's disclosure, implications of the solstice and the Winter's schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. What about Lise? I want Lise to be there. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. I like how this row all did like, except Cryo. I don't think I didn't see Cryo. They like did like an emote. The other side with the grown-ups did not. Living way. I like this character's outfit. Okay, where are the repairs? Oh, that's right. So we need to go to Mordona, right? Green. You know, I forget where the Rising Stones even are. Wasn't it right there? I remember you though, Arya. I don't completely remember most of like the job's like specific stories, but I do remember really liking Arya. And it's a little sad that she's just like standing there waiting. Oh, what up? I remember you two as well. I forgot you two were here though. The Vieira look really good. All right. Is this character always here? Man. I remember going in here to check out Minfilia. I mean check up on Minfilia. And then she was gone. I remember going in here to see the Scions all passed out. their souls not in their bodies anymore or whatever. Remember that? I remember that. Who are we gonna see? I kind of want to see the sisters. I spilled tea on myself.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
Mm-hmm.
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another.
Mm-hmm.
All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Okay. Philomene.
Apologies for our delay.
The sisters.
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
No, you won't get in contact with him until he wants to.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
I don't think most of the other
Will you
characters there
apprise
haven't
us of the
had any sort of
details?
voice, right? She's an astrologer now? I remember seeing her in the astrologians learning area thing. But it's cool that she's actually an astrologian. I would very much like for them to actually join us, like in dungeons and stuff.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Scent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do? I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the sundered star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I don't think she had any way of knowing, or I think she knew and chose to trust in us. You know, that actually sounds like something she would do.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Yeah, Estinian, he doesn't need to know all this. He just needs to know, like, hey, you need me to fight something? Okay.
Ere I forget, Hereon, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Clement. Throws of withdrawal. I know a lot of people like Anor. I always liked Clements more though, but their whole like the thing with Anor and the two brothers is actually really funny. That's actually hilarious. $12. We journeyed east through. I'm not gonna try to read those names anymore. And up the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. I do like that. I like that they're wanting to go back. Okay, I feel like it's weird that Alphino and Alice are just like talking to each other. Oh, so she was working with the twins this whole time? That's pretty cool, actually. What did Urianger say? Oh, I didn't read his, actually. So for anyone who didn't talk to these two when they were like before we disbanded or whatever, is that like, are they not going to know what that little cutscene is about? I remember reading them. It was fun. Towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Golemworld with our heads held high one day. I know a lot of people, or maybe not a lot of people, but I've seen people that kind of want one or more of the Scions to actually die. Dun, 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 dun. The moon. I see a Loporrit up. Okay, no, I don't. But I want to see a Loporrit up there. Yeah, like you were literally just on the moon not that long ago.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Because right now it feels like she's just
Like
wanting
the
to do her thing,
who satisfied
but
his
not
own
trying to.
when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
But she's not like trying to hinder us.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating.
Who is this? Is this Calyx?
The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
The side eye.
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
But if the land is blanketed in thick clouds. No, a world locked in ice. So if the ground is nothing but ice, won't the sky just be colder than the ground? Isn't that how it works? The higher up you go, the more cold it is. That sounds exciting.
It was not my intent to excite. I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Oh no, is that the end? No! You tells of Troll reach Corvos. I actually don't even know where Corvos is. I'd like to hear of your adventures next time we meet. Okay. Oh. Where'd Flamine go? Where is she even? Like, she was here, she like didn't even say anything. Cause she was there in the cutscene. I'm like too focused just trying to find her. Maybe she's out here. Oh, I don't see her. What is? There she is. Sure, your lady Rowena made a crap ton of money off of me. I can go wherever I want to. So, I was expecting this to take a bit longer than less than 2 hours. So what can I do? What can I do? I'll probably go start the Hildebrand stuff because I think I'm 2 behind. Am I not? So there's one Hildebrand, or two, I guess, but there's one section of Hildebrand quests right now. And then the next ones, the next ones will be in 5.55. Yeah, I should go start that. Okay. Bum 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 bum. And I'm really appreciating all the Nashu they've been giving us in these. The only bad thing about Hildebrand stuff is it's not voiced. So streamer like me kind of needs to read it out loud. You don't need to give them voices if you don't want to, but I was hoping you'd drop by. Took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. Okay. The first file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. For fear, Inspector Hildebrand is here. He's so stupid. Why did she wave? Riding his air wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactuar now. Judging by what we've seen of that researcher's schemes, they'll have dispatched the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome. That an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption. Alas, despite hastening to confirm the sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant, and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuli Yodel. Tuliyola. You tell him, Nashu. They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past the dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. The filing cactuar. Over there, is that a new case I spy? Oh. Custom jobs. A nice bowl of custard. Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. Look who the wind blew in. These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal. But you I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. Come on, detective. Hardboiled seems desperate to get his air wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want coil quick-like, then salvaging the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of Old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for points. No. Alright. I'll be right back. Stupid laundry. All right, I'm back. All right, where am I going here? What a heritage found. That one might have been closer. Oh my god, way over there. Anyways, we'll see if we can get Hildebrand done in about an hour or so. It's always weird. It's always weird coming into these areas where you were in them for a little while, but not that long. Because this is where we met the little lizard and the robot. am I going here? My exploits. I kind of like that one actually. I think I like the green one the most. Dun, 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 dun. Now, where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store that sells batteries. Yeah, it's hard for them to do just about anything. Except Nachu. Nachu does everything perfectly. Dun, 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 dun. Dignified. Oh, sorry. Where is that body piece from? She looks completely different than like all the characters here. Credits where credits are due. So I swear I swear I saw that what was I gonna say? Oh, that they were gonna fix we're not fix. I forget what this was even about. Oh, side questing. So they said that, like, they're working on or something, getting making it better to side quest or making the process more streamlined or so. I don't remember, but I'm really curious to see how that is going to work out, because I still want to do more side quests, but there's just so many of them, and I don't know, people don't really want to watch it. Caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. He wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we had to go look for them, man. I guess. I don't think we really need to. I think normally you just continue on doing what you're doing and they show up eventually. I don't remember who this is. Am I supposed to? This is it's a zombie. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. I'm a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men and disciple of Master Zombie Brand. I've been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry moldering band. Said search is what brought me here and into the midst of this unexpected yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough, so if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Okay, but what does that mean? Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new channel, Chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passions for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. I feel sleepy. Too much reading. Too much speaking out of reading. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. Oh, Nashu. So that fellow was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folks in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? I mean, yes. Oh, that was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monom, and get my wheeler repaired. Ooh, are we? I don't normally look for him, but sometimes when I see him, I see him. What up, Nashu? It says reanimated as ever. Detective Hardboiled seemed somewhat nervous, excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps. Dun, 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 dun. forget what significance the bug has. I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly and has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. I would not trust them messing with stuff. But won't that increase the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, while that's a valid concern, a hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and you get those filthy hands off my ride. Salamanderville. He's putting oil on it. So you've had this amazing machine this whole time. Why haven't you been riding it until now? Since he put that salamander. Is there a way to go back? Dialogue? I can't remember. Oh yeah, there is. Salamanderville. Does that mean like he's gonna get on the bike again and it's gonna like go a lot faster than he wants it to? Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. The spitting image of my assistant. I forgot about that. Did she die, or is she just like wandering, or is she the bug? I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I'd caught Carnelian. Oh? I'd been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Ooh. Okay, that was pretty cool looking. The big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. Gone soft, hard boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. I was not expecting my character to be in a that outfit. Wrap it up, Gumshoe. I do like the zaniness of the Hildebrand stuff. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ain't my style. But now that Cornelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. They were saying that Cactuar Punk flew over Thule whatever, then blew past a dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? Desert. Lots of sand. Lots of tumbleweeds. Pretty much like where I live. Oh. Yocto? Oh. Why did I think Shalawani? A need for speed. Wait, what happens if I declined? Would I have to watch all that over again? Nashu, you would look amazing on a motorcycle. Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. What? I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail. Mamook. Where am I at here? Okay, first let's go back to Heritage Found. Oh no, actually, what am I doing? I'll just go back to Tuliolal. It is raining, Nashu. Ah, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate that view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive, and one fella had seen Mr. Cactuar flying down to the lower forests. Mamook. Okay. But we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's claps. Oh. Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. And she has a quest. It's hilarious. Where am I going here? Oh, I guess we'll go north real quick. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you described. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with the club, then racing away with the broken pieces? One second. Okay, that was a first. What happened is I got a little drop of honey on my hand. My hand stuck to my mouse, which is weird, but whatever. The subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with this creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the machine it rode upon was the true wonder. He pulled up alongside me in my wyver, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. If you're planning to catch that fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. So this NPC has a mount. Why do other NPCs not have mounts? Let's go look at our handiwork over here. Ooh, what are those? Are those apples? Those look like apples to me. I love apples. What are these? Those are those glowing fruits, aren't they? It is so great. Like, you used to when you started it, the side quest, like this was like just all run down, and now it's full of produce. Where am I going? Oops. I know oops. I talked a little bit about like what some of the things that they're changing. I would really like the society things to I forgot I have there still. The society things to go a lot quicker. I don't like, I understand that I feel like they're trying to simulate time is passing while you're doing those. I don't like it. Like, I want to be able to do the jobs, right? And just do them. Just let me do them as fast as I want to do them. Don't time gate me. And let me see the story at the pace that I'm going. Don't time gate me. I hate being time gated, if you can't tell. Now, if you wanted to make it so that like it's like the Hildebrand quests where it's you get the story in select sections of the patch, like that's fine, I guess. I still don't like that very much, but I would like that better than how it is now for some reason. I don't know. I just don't like that they're time gated. I wouldn't like it being every patch either. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kashkayi's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by staking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the Cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher and to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an air wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. Well, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. I hear there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the mook puts in an appearance. So he's Hildebrand, Or he's hardy boiled, I guess. But he doesn't have the same... Like, he's not the same. Why are you two hiding? Who knew meteorites were so big or bumpy? No Wheeler riding Cactuar around here. Let's move on. Ugh, that idiot inspector took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads. Did it? I love Nachi so much. It's almost time to eat. You remember, I remember not that long ago, Nashi was in prison and she didn't want to leave because they gave her free food. Nashu, I don't care what stupid stuff you do. You're the best. We're gonna look at like every meteorite here. What are you eating a taco right now? She is. Travel tacos. What was that? So, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, what I was doing, I was recording that because I always intend to put emotes, not emotes, but like make a GIF out of something like that. And I never do. These bananas are really quite good. Murder an egg right about now. One thing I also like about the Hildebrand stuff is your character is kind of just there. It's not too often your character actually like does anything in these. They're just kind of along for the ride, and I kind of really love it. found a little bit of tea. This one looks ripe for the smashing. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Huh? A flower on his head. Huh? Ah, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. Oh, I was rolling. You can give orders to the succulent speedster. My ride is maxed out with the black market mods. There ain't no one faster. His glasses. Like this one too, like I'm okay with talking over it because I would want to mute it anyways and just have that as something. But like I just said, like I record them, I have a bunch of them someplace, and I just never use them. Keep up if you can, slow pokes. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. My NVIDIA broadcasting just told me something weird, so. Full gallop? Why did you say gallop? On foot? Why would she stop? I'll just tweak the. It'd probably work a lot better if he was already driving. Why though? This is ridiculous. Legendary win streak. It's over. I feel strangely content. Are we just gonna be there? Like we caught up, no problem. Enough, you win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. So the researcher forced you to work for him like he did with the other fiends. That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Keshkayi or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildebrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Keshkayi, I know exactly where he'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Carnelian is there with him. I leave this criminal crackatoire in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul within. What? Why are my lips all chapped? Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? Must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Core. What's with the bug? I forget what the bug is about. I think, didn't it show up at the beginning of these ones on the Dawn Hildebrand? Hide GPU load, disable effects or close apps. Or wait. I think that's like the icons, isn't it? Usually I don't care about feel like some of those were turned on without my input. Because I generally don't set things to be the highest. Like, my computer's good, but it's not the best. And if the prices of computer parts weren't so high, I wouldn't mind making myself a new one. I see him. And the bug is with him? Oh, shoot. Full belly happy heart. Shh! I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. Okay? He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source, and I would prefer to harvest a surplus, but it is too great to risk to linger here. Freeze, mage! You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No, I've worked too hard to give up now. He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. Murder is not the answer, detective. How is he coughing like? You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. I thought for sure Hildebrand was going to be on the car. Nashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. He only wants to help. He doesn't mean any harm. He is a moron, though. Since this is a delightful spot of serendipity, we were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other, completely by chance. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. This is an unusually long load time. Think. Think the game crashed. I don't believe that FF14 has ever been stuck on a loading screen like that for me. All right. saw that somebody was having troubles logging in. Like it was saying like there's an error or something when they try to log in. So I was thinking maybe that was the case, but maybe not. Yeah, see, so I don't know what it was, but I was able to hear my PC fans a little bit ago when the game froze, and now I don't hear that anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. Is this a problem? Huh. Really? If inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, meteorites and meteor wrongs. Quest introduced in patch 7.45. When playing a cutscene, the screen may remain black, preventing further progression. There's currently no workaround, and should this issue occur, the only option is to close the game. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this may cause, and kindly ask that you refrain from progressing with the affected quest till a fix has been implemented. Wow. So that means I can't continue this quest right now. All right then. So I guess that means I am ending stream right now. Um that's so weird. Well, whatever. I will be back tomorrow with the new Alliance raid. I think okay, so I need average item level 755. My Viper does in fact have that. So if I want to get better gear for some of my other characters, I can. But it's not, I don't have to do it. Anyways, so I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow with, like I said, the Alliance raid. I don't know if I'll need to do 2 streams. I've heard that it's about 3 hours long, so a 4-hour stream is usually long enough for the Alliance raids, but we'll see what happens. And I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Laters. Such a weird freeze right here. Oops.